Alright, y'all, welcome back to the All Sports Pass Podcast West. I'm your host, Ethan. Tonight is week 9. Very huge week as some playoff applications on the line. So let's get started. But first, let's talk about the Vols of Tennessee. Finally, they beat Arkansas for the first time since 2007 with the win 34-31. And as expected, it was a very close game, but Tennessee pulled away, did it done. They found a way, did it done. It has found themselves in a very big scenario coming and traveling to Alabama, which will be on the North Channel. So stay tuned for that. Huge week, by the way, Bama week. So that'll be on the North Channel. Well, also with that, covering last week's games as well. We only had 2, and that was Oliver Springs and Orange playing. We'll talk about Oliver Springs first. It was a pretty major game, 1A-wise. Of course, playoff implications. Oliver Springs were the hosts. Huge game by Oliver Springs, but failed to get it done. Midway wins 32-26, and that was a huge day for Oliver Springs too. In order to host a playoff spot. Now all you gotta have is just hope that you can beat Holyfield later on. Yeah, and maybe you can get a home playoff game there, but we'll see what happens with Oliver Springs. Just a reminder, both of these teams are on a bye week 9, so obviously they will not have a game this week. Carnes, it's a very different scenario for them, as they found a way to blow out Morristown East 51-12. And of course, the senior night of Carnes High School, everything was huge there. As I was at the game, and I did a couple interviews. Obviously, two interviews are out of YouTube right now. I did another one with 3 guys. I don't know the other one's name. One of them was Clayton Miles. The other one was Payne Taylor. I'm going to get that posted as soon as I can. So, yeah, Orange winning 51-12. Huge win for Orange, but not really a region name. So, still not a win region if they want to make the playoffs. So, we're going to start week 9 off with Bearden. Huge game, region-wise, for the Bulldogs. To be honest, any game-wise for the Bulldogs at this point is just a must-win. If they want to win a game, this is their last chance. They got to travel all the way to Cleveland, who is also winless, and it has looked worse than Ferry did. Schedule-wise, they have not been playing the teams that you gotta win. Tyler Academy, all those other teams. Cleveland's gotta win those type of games, and they have not done that yet. Bearden has had one game, and it was Farragut, who could have won, but didn't. So, obviously, Bearden has a better chance, though, with the travel. And I'm just gonna cut straight to the prediction. I think Bearden will win this game. It's gonna be very close, though. I think Bearden will win 27-21. The tough travel, I think Bearden will find a way to do it. That's their first win of the season, their first region win of the season as well, even though I'm surprised they're even in a chance to get one. Next, let's talk about South Doyle, and they're facing up against Clinton. I think this is going to be a no-surprise game. I think South Doyle will get it done. Clinton just needs a bit more time to improve on their team just a bit. They'll get there by next year. I think Clinton will win about 5 games this year, I believe. But this just wasn't their year. I don't know what happened with Clinton. I'm thinking about adding them on the podcast next year to replace Oliver Springs, so that way we have more matchups in 5A Region 2. But other than that said, I have South Doyle winning. And remember where Maryville had to travel to Upful? Farragut's doing the exact same thing, just right after Maryville does it. It's kind of unoriginal to Farragut, but well, who am I to say? This will be a more close matchup. In fact, I don't even think Farragut will win. I think Hopeville will actually get it done. Maryville was just a tough team to beat, but Farragut is an easy team to beat. So, I'm going to say Hopeville wins this one, I think by 10 points. As for Maryville, they have to play a team that they play every single time. They play Science Hill. Don't know what's up with that game. It's a pretty interesting rivalry, I guess they suppose. But it really doesn't matter because we all know this game will be in the hands of Maryville. It has been like that, except when Maryville actually played Science Hill at their place. But except Maryville, I think Maryville will get it done. These next 3 matchups are going to be very huge. The district matchups, this one really ain't. But the other 2 are playoff implication matchups. So obviously they're very huge on that point. This one really ain't. And Alcoa and Heritage hosting, it feels like another Maryville Heritage. I think it's easy to say that Alcoa will get it done very easily. Alcoa's been dominant all year, especially in the 4A level. Heritage moving down to the 4A level. They've been doing better, but still got to play tough teams. Like, Alcoa and Anderson County. Though they did well against Anderson County, they still lost by a lot. It's going to be just like the same thing a bit in the first quarter, but Alcoa will easily get away with it as we go on. And I have decided my game of the week. It will not be West at William Blount, though that is a huge playoff game. The winner basically gets in, and the loser is eliminated. Or I'm just going to say safely, the losers are eliminated. It's huge for both West and William Blount. As we already got Powell in there. We already got Central, who's won a couple games. We already got Halls, stuff like that. Karns has region wins. As Handle County win, they're basically the punching bags of the division. And then there's just West and William Blount. I've already named 6 teams. So we suffered in Central, Halls, Powell, Karns, and then those other 2 teams. This is basically just one of those games where it's definitely a playoff game. Whoever wins is in, whoever loses is eliminated. And it's looking good for William Blount. To say the least, they've been good all season. West, not so much. This would normally be a game that I'd say West would win very easily. Not in this case. I think William Blount wins by a touchdown or more. And they will win their way into the playoffs. And as for West, when was the last time they were out of the playoffs? I don't know, but it might happen. And I've decided that the game of the week will be a rivalry return. For the first time since 2020, Hardin Valley will be facing off against Oak Ridge, which is a huge district game now for the Hawks and the Wildcats. And for the first time since 2019, Hardin Valley has to travel to Oak Ridge. So everything's on the line for Hardin Valley. They're basically in a playoff spot as Cleveland, Farragut, and Bearden and win those games to depend. Actually, I think Farragut's ahead of Hardin Valley because Farragut's win over Hardin Valley was major. But Farragut having to play Hopeful. They're not going to do anything region-wise, but Hardin Valley can if they do beat Oak Ridge. Very huge game, but I got Oak Ridge winning. I think Hardin Valley is not talented enough to beat Oak Ridge. As we've seen with teams like, Bearden, Farragut, all those other teams. Actually, no, Oak Ridge has not played Farragut yet, but we're going to say Bradley on that one. Bradley is talented enough to beat Oak Ridge, but not that it done. And I'm going to say Hardin Valley is just another type of team that can't do it. So I got Oak Ridge winning. Just another step forward into winning the division or the region for Oak Ridge. Anyways, this is y'all Sports Passport as well. Like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the North Channel too. It will really help us out. Your host, Steve, signing out.